Hi guys, I'm Ram Agarwal. You are watching my channel 52 Pixels. Let's get started. Hi guys, in this tutorial we are going to see how to change the color of teeth using Photoshop. So by changing the color of teeth, what I'm going to say is just I want to retouch the teeth even more so that they look little whiter and they just look a little brighter. So in this particular image, if you just zoom into the picture, as you can see, the teeth look a little darker and they just don't look that whiter. So if in case if you want to make the teeth whiter or brighter, we have already seen one tutorial where we just use the dodge tool to dodge the color of teeth and make it a little whiter. But if you have seen that tutorial, in that tutorial it was a little tough to adjust the color as there was not a particular or a proper tone. It was just an imbalanced tone, and using dodge tool on that, it made it look a little worse. But now that it has been almost around 100 tutorials for that particular tutorial, now we have advanced, and in this particular tutorial we are going to see an advanced method to retouch teeth and make them look whiter, but not just whiter, we are going to make them look even better than what we did in previous tutorial using the dodge tool. So now to get started, this is the image that we are going to work with, and as you can see, the tone of the teeth over here is a little different. It's unbalanced because in some parts it is a little dark and in some parts it's a little bright. So to balance that color imbalance, what we are going to do is just first start by selecting the teeth. Make sure while selecting the teeth, you do not select the gums or the lips, because you want to select the teeth and make sure they get selected in the proper way. So for that, just turn on auto enhance so that you don't have to do a lot of hard work. Though it will take some time to process because of the auto enhance, but it will be like worth waiting that time instead of just doing the same thing again and again. So as you can see, the teeth are almost selected. Just some parts of the teeth are remaining that you can work around later using the brush tool. But for the time being, let's work with these ones. And now as you can see, just a sec, I'll just brush this one up a little bit. So now as you can see, the teeth are selected quite properly, just the way I wanted them to be. Now go to the adjustments panel, and under adjustments we have something called as hue and saturation. Don't worry, we are not going to change the color of teeth like completely. We are just going to balance the color so that the color looks proper and you can say it looks natural. So now for that, what we are going to do is, instead of working with hue, saturation and lightness, we are just going to tap on this option over here which says colorize. So I'll just check this one, and as you can see, the changes are applied quite quickly. But I don't want this color, of course we don't want red teeth. So for that, what I'm going to do is first increase the saturation so that we have a clear idea of what color is applied and what shade is applied. Now with that, I can just work around with the hue. Remember, we have to select a hue which is around not too yellow or not too red. So we want something in between which looks natural yellow color of teeth. So it should be around this 39 or 40 depending on what color of your teeth initially are, but I guess 39 looks good. And now I can reduce the saturation to my desired amount so that it doesn't look very bad as it was looking earlier. If you reduce the saturation way back to 0, it is just going to make the teeth look little grey and it doesn't look natural as well. Who has a grey teeth? And this one is going to make it look yellow, so you have to find a way somewhere in between which looks good and which doesn't look edited. So I guess this is the part. So if you can see, this is the before and this is the after. The tones have been reduced, the yellow tone has been reduced, and the overall tone is like it's now looking consistent. It doesn't look bad. Now we can work with this one. So now that we have got over here, what we have to do is just go to the main image, that is the background layer. With the rectangular marquee tool, just draw a rectangle somewhat like this. It doesn't matter what size or what shape it is, but all you want to do is just cover this part of teeth. Now that you have got this rectangle, now you can just go to edit, go to fill. Under fill we have the option called as white. So just click on white and it will get filled up with white color. And now we have to work around with this, but as you might have noticed, because we worked around with background layer and because we added fill to this background layer, we cannot do anything with this image. So before you make the same mistake as me, you just have to do is just add a new layer so that the changes are not getting applied and they just look natural, because we don't want to destroy the original image. So again, go to the rectangular marquee tool, make a selection, to edit, fill the contents with white color and click on OK. So now we've got the white color, it is filled with white color. Now what we have to do is just go to this icon over here, which is the thumbnail for the selection. So just press Ctrl and then tap on the thumbnail and our selection is going to appear. Now you can just go to add a mask and the mask is going to get added. But now if you can see, it doesn't look even nearly good, because first of all it is very white and it doesn't have any shadows or anything that makes it look natural. So for that, what we are going to do is just work around with the blending modes and opacity. So for blending modes, darken doesn't work, multiply doesn't work. So basically this section doesn't work quite well. This section doesn't work quite well, so we have to see something from this section. Overlay is looking quite edited. Soft light is looking far more better. Hard light doesn't look good. So I guess we have to go with soft light only. Just tap on soft light and we've got the blending properly. Now we can work around with opacity. I'll take it to around 50%, or let's say I'll reduce it even more to 40%. Now it is looking quite natural. Now the only thing that we have to do is just work around with the mask, because the selection was not that proper, so we have to work around a little with the mask. And we have to do one more thing, is that just add the levels. So to add levels, again go to adjustments panel. Here we have the option of levels. Go to levels and in levels just try to adjust the whites so that the teeth look white. So for that, instead of working with the whole image, just tap on this icon over here which looks like a square with a downward arrow. Just tap on that so that it gets applied only to the layer underneath it. Now you can just increase the amount of white in your image so it would look somewhat like this. So not much changes are seen in this particular image, but what we can do to make the changes seen is that I can just tap on this layer, and all these layers I can just press Ctrl+G to convert this into a group, so that now I have an ease of working around with this particular image. Now again go to this group. So now what we are going to do is just go to this group, and here we have all the layer masks that we created, which are of no use because they are like very long and lengthy. So instead of working around with each separate level mask, what we can do is just tap the Control key and just take the selection so that we don't lose the selection. Now you can just delete the layer mask. So delete this one, delete the layer mask for the white color as well, and delete the layer mask for levels as well. So now that we have deleted every layer mask, what we can do is just go to the group, the main group, and with the group selected, just tap on the mask key. Because we have already selected this region, we didn't lose the selection of this region. Now you can just tap on add a mask and the mask is going to get applied. And now it is going to be more convenient because when we start brushing, we don't have to work around with every single mask. We can just take this mask into consideration and then we can work around with this. So now for the timing, what we have to do is just, I'll show you. So we just have to reduce the the edges a little. So I'll just tap on this mask over here, go to the paintbrush and make sure you select a white color. Now I want to reduce the size to around, let's say it's going to be around 20, and hardness is 0 because I want a really soft and a fluffy brush, just so that I can work around with the edges without disturbing the actual image. So that's what I want to do. I'll reduce the size for this particular point over here and a little over here. So now as you can see, I've worked a little with the mask, and now it's looking better. It looks very natural. And if I show you, this is the before and this is the after. It looks quite natural. It looks believable. Basically, it doesn't look that edited. So we can definitely work our way around this one. If you find it to be a little over, what you can do is just go to this particular group and work around with the opacity, so that you don't get the original image disturbed and you get what you want. So now if we see, it's before and after. Even now it's looking good. It's looking natural most of all, and it's just very subtle, you can see. So well, that's it for today, guys. If you found the video to be helpful, please like the video, and in case of any queries or suggestions, please feel free to reach out to me through the comments. With that being said, it's me, Ram Agarwal, signing off for the day. See you in the next one. Thank you.